What's going on, everybody? It's Outtaker here. And today I'm going to show you guys kind of like a demo, small, quick demo of the stat system that I decided to go with if we were able to do the VFL this season. So I was doing some research and I stumbled upon some stat systems, but there was some stuff that I wanted to make sure that was right before I picked the right stat system. I wanted to look for something that I felt that could really meet our needs for like scheduling stats and having players and stuff like that. And then I looked at price. Price was a huge thing as well. And just really the overall smoothness, of just really having a stat system here. So I had about three different options. And the one that I decided to go with was a website called League Republic. Never heard of them before, but um, pretty straightforward. They really specialize in e-leagues, stuff like that, of that nature. Um, so over the past few days, I've kind of been just fiddling around with it. Nothing's set in stone. I mean, I'm on a gold trial right now, which is their highest plan. So I'm able to, what's really good about this is I can kind of create a league and just fiddle around with all the features and stuff like that before I decide if I want to purchase this or not. And so far, everything's been pretty easy for setting up. So again, I'll run kind of through a demo. The only issue with this right now is, I mean, I've only got two divisions in here. I've only got one user, which is myself, that's signed up. You can even, yeah, there's signups that people can use to sign up into a league, stuff of that nature. So with that being said, we'll go right into it. So this is pretty much the admin panel here, kind of just showing us kind of just the overall gist of what you can do. You can, of course, build your site. You can add all sorts of stuff here. And then on the left side here, just kind of really this setup is kind of just settings for your website. You can go in and add a new season. So, season one, say we started next month and we end in October, we can, when that season ends, we can lock it, start a new season. It'll keep the stats. It should at least. I haven't fiddled around with the season two yet, but that's something that I will probably fiddle around with too. And those career statistics should show on people's profiles, which I'll also show in a little bit as well. One of the good things I like about this is the schedule assistant. Pretty straightforward for the most part. So say if I wanted to come in here and create a new schedule, right? I just go in here, I select the divisions that I want essentially to create, come in here. I want to create interdivision matches. No venue because, we're playing via online, so there's no venue needed. Kind of just tells me number of teams. I can really match them up to 4 times per season. So we'll just say 2. Go to next step here. This is the part where you set the schedules for the teams. And this right now is all the possible scenarios of all the games that can be played. So, I mean, I'll just go in and just create this, just a repeating time slot. So yeah, that's pretty straightforward. You kind of go in here, review schedule. I'm not going to do this because I don't want my stats to override of kind of just what I threw in here for a demo. So yeah, scheduling pretty straightforward. You got the results section where you can come in and input stats. I think as long as I can get team administrators on here, they can come in and set the stats. You don't really see a lot of stuff on here yet. You only just see passing yards and passing average because you have to go in and manually add pretty much the stats. So right now, the stat system only recognizes 2 stats. You got to go in and add your own stat types. But once that's all in there, everything should be good and good to go. The people, there's a people's tab where you can kind of look at, suspensions, look up people. You can download information of players. So if, a media team, they wanted mass download stats without having to look on the website and sort it through that way. If they want to manipulate data through Excel, they could do that to really come up with some really neat and innovative articles. You can even, I just noticed this too, you can also mass import users into like the free agency before they were to get drafted into the league, which would be very helpful as well. But I think what I really want to do is I want people to manually come to the site and sign up themselves. But I mean, if there's a case scenario, if there's people that can't do that or something, then we can come in there and add them ourselves if we needed to. Same thing with registrations. This is kind of where you can come in and edit your registrations for the season. But I've noticed, which is pretty neat about this, you got a registration form, so you can. I added these two in here just for placeholders. Again, this is something that I'd have to go through and really look at and determine what I would want to put in the registration form. But what I've noticed is there could even be like registration fees if you guys ever wanted to do like an off-season VFL tournament or something like that, where like a buy-in for a team would be like $10 or something, and you just own a team for the tournament. That would be something that we could all look at in the future. Obviously, I don't think that would be something that we would want to do for a simulation league, because we want to be able to get as much people as we can to play. But again, we can get people to come in on tournaments if we wanted to during the off season, and the winner would get the pot or stuff like that. So that's something that we can also look into as well. The site builder here, I haven't messed around too much with it, but yeah, you can pretty much customize your pages and menus. Basically add your images and videos and logos and stuff like that to add onto the website. So when I actually show you the website, it's going to look pretty basic for now, just because, again, I'm doing small edits and I'm trying to learn the whole stat system myself, because again, this is all a learning process for myself as well. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and I'll show you a little bit of the stat system itself. So before I explain this, I want to kind of explain to you how I want to structure this website that I have envisioned. The stat system is going to be, the virtual football league.leaguerepublic.com. That's where you would go to view the stats and results and stuff like that. However, I want to embed that into an overall website of virtualgamingleagues.com. So essentially, where we're going to really get our users in and attract new users would be through our main website. But if you want to go in and view our stats and all sorts of stuff, you go through this League Republic URL. With the gold version, I can take the League Republic domain out. I haven't purchased a unique domain for the virtual football league just yet. So that's why I have that in there, because again, all this right now that I'm doing is free. I haven't invested any money into this yet. I'm not going to unless I know we can track stats, and we'll know that in about 2 weeks. But once we can figure out we can track stats, I'm going to pull the trigger on all this. I have everything in place and we're good to go. I'll just, again, need to focus on creating all this when the time comes. But again, I'm kind of just doing small little steps and doing little testing and learning the whole system. That way, again, if everything goes good, we can get a league up and running quick. So with that being said, so this is, again, the stat system here. Let's see. Yeah, so you click on division, it will show you your division. You can go over here, AFC North, and you see the AFC North teams. Again, there's not a lot of images. Once I can import an image for like the Houston Texans or whatever, it should show the logo and stuff like that as well. I only put one game in, just so I can show like kind of how stats are. And this would probably be more team statistics. I just, again, haven't added all that in. That's just kind of what I put in for now. So down here at the bottom, it kind of, shows our results and stuff like that. If you want to look at the matches or the schedule, you just go to matches. Again, here's our filter here. If we wanted to look at everything, date, you can sort by dates and stuff. Go to standings. Again, this is the AFC South standings. What's this up here? Charts. Yeah, so you can look, you can even look at charts here of the scores, what's position changes. Okay, number of games. Yeah, so I mean, again, this is a lot of stuff that I haven't really messed with too much yet. So again, I'm still learning all this myself. You can kind of go into team stats here. There's nothing here yet because there's no team stats. I inputted player stats. We just got one player itself, and that's just me. Again, it's just sorting by passing yards at the moment and appearance. The reason why the AFC North isn't showing is because I haven't, when I created this demo, I was just focusing on just one division. I didn't add the other division in. So it's not showing the AFC North yet because I haven't added that to the schedule for the season. That's why that's not showing. The reason why my name shows is because I haven't changed it to where it should reflect my gamer tag yet. But yeah, I clicked on my gamer tag here and you can see the profile. You can come in here and you can also add like season rewards and stuff like that. And you can also add in your statistics. So again, yeah, season 1, and I was on the Houston Texans. And again, I can add the stats. So yeah, when season 2 would hit, season 1 stats would lock, season 2 stats would show. So again, you can actually see your stats by season on your player profile. What else? Got a calendar here at the bottom. I've noticed that the red right here those are game days. So you can kind of come in here and click on it. This is just the stats from the game. And I mean, if you have your Facebook linked in, you can even add a comment or whatever, if you want to add a comment from the game, like whatever you think about it, and stuff like that. You can even, up here's the registers. And again, this is all really haven't been messed with yet. It's been messed with very little. I plan on updating all this to make it look a lot more cleaner. But again, this is just the rough overall version of it. What else? Yeah, so I mean, this should be stuff that you guys should be able to see probably, but for admins, that would be something I'd have to take out and probably rename match groups to divisions. And again, this is stuff that I can do and everything like that. So that's pretty much the stat system. And that's really kind of what we'll be focusing on. I mean, I have a vision to where later on we can probably add other leagues in, but until we get the whole VFL league down pat and good to go, I don't plan on branching out to other leagues anytime soon. I've had questions about, is this going to be on the next gen, or is this going to be on old gen Xbox, or are we going to branch out to PS5 or PS4? I personally, I'm up for ideas here, but when I've been thinking about this, and I think that the best way to do this would be to start out with an Xbox League and to have it for next gen. And the reason why I say next gen is because when the beta came out and I tested this with the beta and we were able to do team play, this is on next gen. Team play may not even be available on the old gen. We don't know. And also, if we're playing on old gen, I don't really think that would make our site stand out because we're playing on old systems when we should be playing on a new system. Like, I understand the Series S and the Series X are hard to get. I get that. But I mean, it's been what, like 9-10 months since it's been out. I mean, most of my friends that I know of that have played Madden, they've all got the new Xbox anyway. I mean, just from who I know. I mean, it's something that we all got to discuss in the Discord, kind of what people want to do. I mean, I'm up for all ideas, but that's just kind of where I envision the league. But again, if it has it on the old stat system and we want to do that, we can do that. Obviously, just I kind of want to make this whole league and everything to where a lot of people can vote on it and have to invoice their own opinions and stuff. I only want to make decisions on the league if it really comes down to it. I really want to be able to kind of just take the max vote for a lot of things and make our decisions. But if it comes down to where I have to kind of step in and make these decisions, I will. But I mean, obviously, I'm gonna take into account the best, basically the best interest for the league. I mean, I'm not gonna make decisions based off my best interest, obviously, but so yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until to see if we can track stats. Right now, if this is about a $300 investment for myself, it costs $168 a year to use League Republic stat system, and that's just per league too. So if I wanted to create a new league for something else like the VBA, that's another $160 I'd have to pay each year for it. The domain purchase is just the overall site that I want to create for virtual gaming. And again, that's the way I want to structure it. I want to have our main site of virtual gaming. That's going to have our VFL stuff, but I want to be able to embed that with our stat system to show on our main site. And another thing that I want to talk about too before I get off here is kind of just how I plan on structuring this league. I want to run this through, a lot of this is going to be ran through the Discord, something that's going to be different compared to how we used to run leagues. We used to run leagues through forums. Instead of forums, we're going to have a Discord where we're going to have like stuff in here that's only going to be like the owners room. That's only going to be available for the owners. Same as for commissioner's office and stuff like that. And then, you know, the good thing about Discord versus using vBulletin, how we used to do it, is, you know, you have your own voice channel, so you can have a Bengals locker room chat or just a chat on the Discord for your own team, which will make it very good instead of having to create group me's. So everything could be right on the Discord, good to go, and stuff like that. You can have your announcements, league news, everything. I plan on adding the rule book in there and stuff. So essentially, the way that I want to do this is communication and talking to users and stuff like that's going to be done through the Discord. Content, media, rule books, stuff like that is going to be essentially on the website instead of just everything being on the website. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So if you guys have any questions, any confusions, or anything of that nature, leave a comment in the video below or send me a message on the Discord or something, and and we can talk about it. So other than that, everybody else have a great night.